Why Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is the best anime of all time. So, the way this video is going to work is that it'll consist of 5 reasons as to why Jojo's is the best anime ever. Now, if you disagree, that's fine. This is an opinion-based video. So to all of you Dragon Ball dick munchers, Jojo's is just better and there's nothing you can do about it. Now that all the boring stuff is out of the way, let's get into the juice. Reason 1. Big, muscular, oily men. I mean, shit, what else is there more to want?
Is this nigga serious?
The buff men trait has become one of JoJo's most defining features. However, JoJo's also has some very oddly shaped people, like Pesci. Who is that, you ask? This is Pesci. And look at this shit! Where is his neck? And what is that haircut? Bro must have the same barber as J. Jonah Jameson. Straight up destroyed his shit.
I trust my barber.
See, you'd think he's the only one that got done dirty, but then there's this shit. And I actually like this character a lot, and his death was super sad, and I definitely cried while I masturbated that night. But why does he look like Fat Lisa Simpson with lots of boogies? I do not mind why these characters look so weird though, because they actually look really funny, and in my opinion, hot take coming in, it makes the art style look even better. Reason 2. Drip. There's no doubt that JoJo has some of the most creative and unique character designs in any anime ever. Some are good and some are bad. One good one is Jotaro. Jotaro has unparalleled drip in back-to-back seasons. Another character with drip would be Rohan. He has a new fit in nearly every episode, and yet most of them are very stylish, except for the crop top ones. Those are ass. Certain other characters have awful drip, like this dude. They remind me of that one friend that spends hella bread in his fits. They pull up to school the next day and they say, "No, this shit look fresh, right?" Looking like Russell Westbrook on All-Star Weekend. Like, no boy, that shit is ass. Take it off and burn it. Reason 3. Sound effects. I don't understand how this show isn't talked about for its sound effects. But man, that shit sounds good. Every time a stand is called out, it hits. Every time a sound effect happens, it hits. And not even including the character themes and the intros and outros, the sound effects just hit. And there's something that's been bothering me for a while, man. Y'all know that sound in Fire Force that's like critically acclaimed to be the most satisfying sound ever? 使わせてもらうぜ。They got that shit from JoJo's. Don't believe me? Watch this.
Okay, now let's get a good look at you.
Hold it. Run that back. Wait a minute. Go right. There, freeze that.
Full screen.
Okay, freeze that.
Tighten up on that way. Vector in on that guy by the back wheel.
Zoom in right here on this spot.
Drop any?
I don't know. Let's enhance it.
Enhance section A6.
I enhanced it.
Hold it. Run that back.
使わせてもらうぜ。
Now let's put both of them side by side. Now slow it down and analyze it further.
Gets me through the phone.
He copied my whole fucking flow! Word for word, bar for bar!
And even though I have done such incredible research upon the bar for bar, the word for word, that was stolen from JoJo's by those thieving Fire Force creators, I am yet at a standstill. A roadblock, a feat so impossible that only a true otaku could accomplish.
the normal anime community will go on without appreciating how awesome a character Aokuyasu is. And as his #1 fanboy, I just can't let that shit slide.
So, none of this will mean a thing if I can't prove it. And with some mind-boggling analytical research, I can confidently conclude that first, I get no bitches. Second, I'm adopted. But third, Jojo's Part 4 came out on December 24th, 2016. And when did Fire Force come out with an anime adaptation, you ask? Precisely on the month of July 2019. This means Jojo did it first, and has the actual most satisfying sound ever. Reason 4. Broody scenes. For this one, viewer discretion is advised. Now, let's look at some more juice. Now, let us analyze this masterpiece of cinema. Firstly, look at how Avdol grabs Joseph's waist. Honestly, from a trained professional, his form is a 10 out of 10. However, I can't quite understand why Joseph is freaking out so much. This is like a dream come true. Now, look at these bystanders, as they gaze in the glory of Avdol's supreme form. For a moment, you'd think that this masterpiece is over, but then, in a completely unexpected turn of events, Avdol goes back for more. What a dirty dog. Then this lady appears, might I add, unwelcome and unwanted. These two large males are simply expressing themselves, but she is still having none of it, and begins to whack them. Now, I may be alone in this belief, but that whacking of the cane is super hot. I do have a bit of a degradation kink, I am ashamed to say. But I guess me and Joseph may have a bit in common, because he seems to be thoroughly enjoying it. There was another scene in Part 5 where Giorno does some very questionable things to Mista. Certainly questionable, but mildly entertaining. Some would say arousing. I would say super hot. Now, those are the most blatantly foo-foo scenes, but there are others that are certainly questionable, like Kakyoin's Ledo 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 scene, and Bruno's Reason 5, there are virtually no women. On average, there is about 1 female main character as opposed to 6 male main characters for every anime. This show is obviously written for boys, as it is a shonen or young boy, but nearly every anime has at least 1 female character that is just stupid and ruins the show, aka Sakura.
Complaining, and I'll just grab the Hokage seat for myself.
What? Not you too, Sakura!
We'll fight with our backs together. Lady Tsunade, it looks like I've finally caught up to the two of them.
This is gonna come out as pretty remarkable, but JoJo's female characters aren't annoying or crazy or blatantly fan service. Like, I hate to say it as a proud misogynist, but the women characters in JoJo's are genuinely interesting. Look at Lisa. Okay, no, she's fan service. But look at Trish. Never mind, nobody liked Trish. And if you did, you're lying. But then there's Jolene. She is not bitchy, not annoying, and is genuinely funny and interesting. Great character, Araki. And some smaller side characters like Erina and Suzy Q, they're the exact same character, but they were enjoyable. And Josuke's mom, she's a crazy bitch, but like in a good way, not the kind that falls into tropes and are extremely repetitive that are in every shonen ever. I'm serious, every shonen has at least one pointless crazy bitch. Are there great female characters in anime? Yes, but they are certainly hard to come by. And Araki, being the absolute genius that he is, just said, screw it, I'm not gonna have any women in my show. I don't think anybody complained, astonishingly, even the shippers. Those lowlifes that ruin your internet browsing history. Even those lowlifes, like Jojo's.
Jojo, what did we just look at? Misery, pain, and everything in between. I think I'm scarred for life. We will never speak of this.
Step back!
nothing and want to vomit!
I mean, they still find ways to somehow make their disgusting creations, but it's not like the fans ruin the show for the normal viewers like a certain other shonen. So, in conclusion, everything I said is factual. You're not allowed to disagree. Everything I said was like seriously badass, and my penis is really big. Bye.